Y'all seen that Kevin McCall clip that's going viral right now?
I did, yeah.
Man.
Your boy crying about being on EBT. He said Chris Brown made $90 million and his EBT just got cut. Trump just pushed the red button on the EBT, broke down crying. Smack said he had a knife in his pocket or on his side. He thought he was
tweaking
off himself in there. But what I find crazy about this is Chris Brown responded and he says, you can't walk across a bridge that you burnt. And you know what's worse than what he said, a goofy, a broke one or something like that.
He said what's worse than a troll is a
broke one. So everybody's having this sympathy for Kevin McCall, but people don't realize dude was basically talking about knocking Chris Brown down. Saying he was going to off him, this, that, and the third. I seen a bunch of female in the comments saying, man, I was trying to console him. And he started telling me how ugly I am and his bitch looked way better than me. So he burnt a lot of bridges, said a lot of crazy shit. And his interviews going viral again about how he blew through millions of dollars and all. He just burnt all these bridges.
He was over 8 million up. And it's not even like, I don't wish what he going through on nobody, but it's like to get on there and do all that. Is it a moment?
God can humble us at any moment,
I'm saying,
bro.
Is it a moment for the content?
I don't think so. I think
humble,
it's
but why come on there and then express yourself and do all that?
I think he want that. You know how when a crisis happened in a country, like you remember when Haiti got hit with the hurricane and the Red Cross came in to help. What he's doing is he wants to be he wants the Red Cross recipient. He wants to be helped. He wants people maybe start a GoFundMe. He's begging for help, bro, financially, because he wants to go back to the lifestyle clearly he previously lived. And he can't do it with the music because ain't nobody messing with him now. He burned too many bridges. So now it's like, I want the lifestyle back, but without putting in the work.
Yeah, I think it's a blatant cry for help. I think he wants sympathy from people. And I feel like to a certain degree, people fucked him over. But at the same time, when you start to listen to all the stories that he has against people, it's almost like they could have helped you, but you also could have helped yourself. So at some point, you got to help yourself. You talked about the $8 million fortune that you blew. Like, at some point, you got to smarten up. You had the money, you had the fame, you had the riches, you had the connections. And if it didn't work out, I understand expecting the handouts to a certain degree, especially people you have done music with or done favors for. But even at that point, at some point as a man, you got to say, man, I gotta get off the porch and get it. You can't be crying for niggas to help you all the time.
I just think at some point, at that point, you got to learn from him and just take accountability. Like, I don't know how much you done made. If you doing songs for Chris Brown and like you said, you done blew through $8 million, I probably would just got on there and admitted in a sense like, man, I'm hurting. Nigga, I blew through 8 million. I did bunk. Like, I would just owned it. Because it's going to be people in a lifetime that never make 8 million.
Yeah.
So even the people that's going to be clowning you and doing stuff like that, but you go in there boo, crying, and the cuz start going crazy.
Smack came out of cut. No.
Come on, even tape, bro.
Like his mama died or something.
He said he had to go to the county building with a coronavirus mask on, like who's the COVID.
But it's like going to the doctor and you ashamed of going to the doctor and everybody else for the same thing. It's like, nigga, you going, it's real life. That's just shit happens. You're not the first person that got their money and lost it.
Yeah. Facts.
Why was EBT the only option? You could have went and got a job.
Yeah. For real.
Why was EBT
go learn the trade, my
the
nigga?
only option? You could have went and Instacarted, nigga. You could have personal train. You're Kevin McCall. Like Chris Brown said, if you wrote all these hits, why you ain't write no more?
Yeah.
Be a manager, talent agent, whatever it is.
Some connection to the industry.
Do promos, nigga, anything.
It sounded like he took the baby mama around and just went victim and just said, help me. instead of strapping up his boots and being a man, bro. Like, real talk.
If his name ain't bigger by now, because now it is bigger. Especially when I thought about the Deuces song. If he really wrote that, like that was a banger.
I think Strip, a couple hits that Chris Brown had.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying if, like he said, if you are that talented enough to do that, you can start charging at low prices. If you wrote bangers, start somewhere. You know,
do Instagram promo or go to Izzy route, the Azalea route, the chick who be spazzing out on Twitter. Just start tweeting like crazy.
Yeah, or I'm just saying, I got songs $500, $1,000.
Bro,
like,
he can do jingles. You can do ba 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 ba. I'm like, he can just start writing jingles, homie. People getting money off of that.
It's just as a man, I'm not having no sympathy for you, bro. Like,
at all.
You chose to go get on EBT out of all things. Come on, bro. You could have went and got a regular job. Then go to construction. Go pick up a pipe wrench. Anything, bro.
He could have got a CDLs.
Get your CDLs. Go to the oil refinery.
But you see people like Thug reaching out talking about I got 25,000.
Well, that's after that, and that's what he was asking for. Like, man, I'm up. But again, Thug give him the 25. We're gonna see what he do with it, right?
Man, Thug trying to get back in the good graces.
It don't matter what he get to it.
Thug trying to get back in the good graces.
It don't matter, but if they tell him to go on camera and cry for 25,000, he won. Even if he pulled a stunt or not. You know
man, that's some terrible
I just think,
content
like you
if it
said,
checks out.
you might as well go strap up your boots and get a 9 to 5 because to me, at this point, crying about it, you could have done any other thing in the music industry besides that. The fact that you're still going about it, to me, it doesn't show that you're serious enough about the craft to even be trying. I think somebody on their mission is not even taking time and energy to speak about niggas that didn't give them a handout. It's like, fuck it, okay,
find another way.
we on to the next move. Like, what are we doing? You sitting there doing what you're doing. To me, it just looks like you're still stuck in a situation and you're really not trying to do nothing to get out of it.
Brother, start a podcast. Tell stories about your time in the industry. Like, if you ain't noticed, that's what everybody's doing. They going on these podcast runs, they charging they booking fees, and they just telling old stories, unheard stories. How many stories you got with Chris Brown?
Exactly.
People gonna listen to that shit 1,000,000 times over.
But do
Man,
people
listen,
do?
he can do it. I got an idea.
Outside of him making music for people, do people really want to hear from him like that?
I mean, I'm saying
It depends on the stories.
He can ride Chris
Really?
Brown coattail. He's doing his big ass concert. Go to each city that he's doing. Like you said, do a pop-up shot, tell podcast stories about what happened on the road when he was on the road with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown ain't going for that.
I'm saying he got
every city I'm at.
No,
They go
I'm
sit in
just-
Peru.
Chris gonna get cracking on.
And, well, guess what? Then he can come up on a lawsuit. Sue. You already acting like a bitch. My nigga, you already crying for EBT. Nigga, sue this nigga.
Man, it's an ugly sight though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I ain't even gonna say he went on there to do that. I just think he probably got to talking about it and it happened. But it's just like, you got a lot of other options.
Man, facts
You're
over
not
it,
a lack of
man.
options.
As a man, it's always better to think before you speak, right? And think of the outcomes of what this is going to do, because people that you might have fucked with, you might have just burnt the bridge, or people that wanted to bring you back into a certain situation or extend a hand might have been like, you know what? This is the exact reason why I don't fuck with you. So I think you got to think before you speak and just try to, speak from logic and not emotion. And I think that's where he fucked up. So,
And my thing is, if Chris Brown did F you over, let's say he really did, because I believe he probably did. But, bro, move on.
Mhm.
Okay, you got burned. Every artist in the industry got a story about how they got burned. But that didn't stop their career. They kept going. Just use that as a learning curve. Okay, I know what not to do next time. Go write some more hits. Like Chris Brown said, where's the rest of them?
What makes you believe Chris Brown burnt it?
he's just so big that I think at some point these bigger artists, they don't pay for a beat, they don't pay for the feature,
Bigger than
or
the program.
they just don't do certain things and say they are, or don't give the
Get your cash
feature.
up front.
Well,
Stop giving niggas
do what it
the
is.
business right.
Well, him and Chris Brown was locked in back then before the whole fallout happened. They was like Ace Boone Coon. So I can believe that he might have helped write a song or two.
Yeah,
Like that's known.
I don't think he never denied that. I don't think they never denied none of that. I just think to the fact of a lot of people do things, you never know. He probably wanted to be in the spotlight. You writing songs for somebody, you probably feel like you make better songs or better music. But Chris Brown getting all the fame, ain't no telling how you running your mouth behind people, to these industry people and stuff like that. And they probably get wind of Chris Brown. He probably never let you know why he make a move. And this is all just
speculation.
yeah, speculation. So, but other than that, it's like you said though, y'all fall out. It is what it is. Y'all know why it happened. Ain't nobody just falling out for no reason.
Crazy. I'd rather go the writer route too. That's a bag, and you low key.
Exactly.
You get to enjoy the fruits without the fame.
But man,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
It's-
I think that's like that between that and like a movie director or something.
Something like
I
that,
think
yeah.
if he was probably writing so many songs for Chris Brown, then Chris just stopped probably dealing with him.
Mhm.
And now you feel like that was where your best bag was at.
But even then,
'Cause
if you
Chris
writing
took
hit
a-
though for Chris Brown, it's other R&B singers that he could have been like, look, Chris ain't fucking with. You can fuck with Usher.
You got a resume now
yeah,
too.
you have a resume.
Yeah.
You got so many other people that you can be like, look, Chris ain't messing with me, but I can start working with you.
And I can understand that too, because Chris took like a very poppy, radio like term for
Yeah.
a while where he probably wasn't fucking with bro
why
like
we
that
don't
no
fault
more.
singers like rappers